Okay, I think it's recording.
Is it recording?
Huh?
Okay. Hey, it is April 13th, 2013 at
approximately almost 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock p.m.
We're at Westroads Mall by Von Maur. It was our store of choice.
We went to Von Maur, and we went as people where money was no option. And we approached the shoes.
Shoe section.
Shoe section.
Didn't notice a huge thing. We went up to the boot section, talked about leatherware. One sales lady approached us, asked what we were into. We said we were looking for a present for a friend. I mean, she offered a $320 pair of boots up as her favorite. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of interaction or people really intrigued by us. And we followed that up by going to the men's section, where we actually didn't get approached by anyone.
Yeah.
And we actually had to approach them, and they didn't seem overly friendly, but that could have, maybe part of that was the dynamic of these were male salesmen and looking for male clothing, so maybe that had part of the reason with a little less interaction.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. And after that, didn't we went to the handbags?
Purses, yes.
Yeah. Barbara helped us out there. I approached her saying that
She said, "Hi, how are you?" when we walked in, too.
Yeah, she did. And I said, I want to buy my friend a big handbag for her birthday.
Probably leather.
Yeah, leather, just something to hold up to the wear and tear, something she could put all her stuff in. She took us around to all of the different, all of the bags kind of behind the counter. They were
Chloe was a big one.
See by Chloe.
Michael Kors.
Yeah, Michael Kors, just a lot of different leatherware. I think they averaged about $400 or $500.
There was one, the last one she showed us was $600.
$600, yeah. No problem.
She just seemed, even though we told her we weren't necessarily, we were just looking, not buying for the day, she still took us around to each display case, and she pulled ones out of the case.
Took the paper out of the stuffing paper out of the bags.
Let us feel like the inside compartments, things like that.
Yeah.
At the end of it, she told us her name was Barbara, said, if you need help, hope to see you again. She was very friendly.
She was. She certainly was. And then we went to the fragrances. We approached 4 ladies that were kind of standing around, and they saw us coming. They were looking at us. And the fragrance lady really reached out to us and said, "Can we help you today?" And started going with the men's fragrances. Showed Eric some, and we went to the women's fragrances. She showed me. She was very thorough.
We were there for probably 15 or so minutes, and I told her I had liked Kenneth Cole as a fragrance, and then she showed me Monte Carlo, things like that.
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc, yes. And she probably sprayed 15 different cards for me. Between you and me, at least, there was 15 cards. And then at the end of it, she gave me this
sample
so that I could remember what the scent was. And so she was just really helpful.
She really was, yeah.
And so even though we kind of both seemed, not that we seemed disinterested, but we just came in not seeming like we really were there to make a purchase, just kind of looking, she still invested probably a really good chunk of time in us. And it's a Saturday at the mall, so
yeah, they were pretty busy. They were the piano player was there. They bring the piano player on the busy days. After that, we just we went to the jewelry right after that, right? Yeah. We browsed, and we had someone approach us to ask if we could some help. Looked at the watches. I said the same thing, looking for a gift for a friend, just something really special.
Just left us to ourselves to look at the jewelry.
And I don't know if this should be noted, but I just noticed a lot of fellow customers. We got way more looks and way more special attention from them, I think, than even
I think we were dressed a little bit nicer than
we stood out. Yeah, I think we stood out a little bit.
Even though we went to the highest end portions.
We aligned, use those terms that we're using, we aligned with the image, that Von Maur might have at its highest, but it was interesting to note how people, were really giving us the up and down look. We were.
And the sales lady actually commented that she liked your shoes.
She did.
So
I'm wearing big shoes.
Buttering you up too.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay. What do you think that's all?
Yeah, I think that was pretty much.
Okay, that's our dumped data.
Yeah, there's our dumped data.
Thanks.
Hope it went well. See ya.